It's Radio Techers Live. 37 down, 1 to go.
What a season it's been. Return of legends. Surprise results. And of course, breakout stars. Today, it all comes to a head. Whether you're fighting to stay in the league, trying to get into the Champions League, or just trying to win the whole damn league. This is the final day of the Premier League season, and this is Radio Techers Live.
Dang, what a good intro. Hats off to Matt. Hats off to Matt there with the intro. That's spectacular stuff. I'm Tanner, aka the Texas Gentleman, and of course, alongside me here, my tag team partner, as always, the magnificent one himself, Matt Willis. Matt, how is it going today?
Kablam! That was for you, Magsy. This is a day like no other. Welcome to everybody who's joining us on YouTube and on Twitch. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff while you're here. Tanner, we finally made it. 37 games down. One to go.
Yeah.
So much business. Last season when we did this, it was almost wrapped up. And there was still madness. This time, 8 of the 10 games have something riding on it.
Yeah.
Well, it was until Everton won in midweek. Now it's about 7 games riding on it now. But it's still 7 games with something riding on it. That's unheard of on the final game of the season.
It's really, really crazy. This is a historic final day for many, many reasons. Not only will a champion be decided, but we'll also have the relegation sides decided as well. Which is amazing that it's come down to this on both ends of the table. Plus, we've got a lot to play for in terms of European spots today. Matt, you've done a great job of mocking up some slides here.
Indeed. Well, first of all, we'll address the big side of things. No offense to other parts of the league, but let's address the title picture first.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, so. The permutations are simple. Man City are champions if they beat Aston Villa, regardless of Liverpool's result against Wolverhampton Wanderers. However, Liverpool will be champions if they beat Wolves, and Manchester City don't beat Aston Villa. Mm-hmm. Of course, if Liverpool will draw, they will only be champions if Man City lose by 6 clear goals. Not likely, but it is a permutation, so I have to throw that in there. Okay, so with the title picture wrapped up, let's look at the other side of things for the European side. It's a bit more complicated here.
Yeah.
For Champions League, Spurs will qualify for the Champions League unless they lose to Norwich,
which is unlikely, but entirely possible. This is last day. We've got last day hysteria right now.
Indeed, so. And we'll come to Norwich in a moment because there's still something riding for them today, of course. Well, Spurs, a draw would be enough for them to qualify as long as Arsenal don't beat Everton by 15 goals. Again, not likely, but we've also seen Everton this season ship a fair few goals. Europa League and Europa Conference. The permutations are simple. Man United will be in it with a win against Palace. Simple. West Ham will definitely be in the Europa Conference if they don't beat Brighton. Because Brighton, they have to beat Brighton to have any chance. So yeah, if Man United don't beat Brighton, West Ham going to jump ahead because West Ham's superior goal difference would put them in front, even Man United got a draw. So that's that side of things. And at the other end of the table, maybe either because Everton winning in midweek, Burnley need to match or better Leeds United result against Brentford to stay up. If Leeds lose, they're relegated unless Burnley lose by 20 clear goals more than Leeds. Which would be a Premier League record, I grant you. But I have to say,
missing that game. Just imagine missing a game.
I think there would be a riot happening in Burnley because they'll play Newcastle, but I think they're going to lose 20-0. If Burnley win, they'll stay in the Premier League regardless of Leeds United's result. Now, regarding everybody else in the league, Watford and Norwich both want wins here today because, as you see here, each position in the league is worth roughly £3 million of extra prize money. And for context, Aston Villa can go from 14th to 10th in the league today, which would give them an extra £12 million in prize money. And if you're being relegated like Norwich and Watford are guaranteed to be doing, that extra $3 million can make all the difference in the transfer market or to your bills. Let's face it.
Yeah, or I mean, you could even go as far as saying this is money that the players could be bonusing, so that they get bonus cuts out of league positions. So it's possible.
It's possible. It is possible. We refer to these throughout the day as we go along, of course. In the chat, we have Conor Cave already saying good morning to us both. Good morning to you, Tanner, and to myself. Yeah. Lovely, always wonderful. I'm had it been a long day.
It's okay.
It's been a long day
already. There's a lot going on, a lot to talk about here. I'm excited. I know you're excited, Matt. It's hard to predict, right? We've seen many sources, whether it be OptaJoe or The Athletic. A lot of computer analysis has been made of this final day, where Manchester City has been given roughly 80% chance of winning the title today. Liverpool about 20. But this game isn't played on computers. This isn't Football Manager, Matt.
No, it's no nerds here. It's all about playing the actual game on the pitch. I will say, as somebody who likes play Football Manager, as yourself does as well, obviously we're not mocking the people who are playing Football Manager, but this is not Football Manager right here, of course.
Yes. So, with that being said, what predictions do you have?
What prediction do I have?
Look into your crystal ball here. Tell me what you're seeing, Matt.
With my heart or my head?
Both.
Okay,
with your stomach, predominantly.
With my stomach. Okay, well, my stomach is going to say that it'll be French fries followed by hamburgers, because it's always a good mix. It's always a good mixture. We're going to have around the ground at the bottom, by the way, guys. So we'll keep updated as things go. Right. So, well, from top to bottom of the of who's playing, really. Then I'm going to give you just scores as I see them. Arsenal will win comfortably 4 or 5-1 against Everton. Leeds will lose to Brentford. In my opinion, West Ham will beat Brighton. Burnley will draw with Newcastle, which will be enough, obviously. Chelsea will beat Watford, probably hammer them, maybe 5 or 6, because Chelsea are that sort of mood. Leicester Southampton is a dead rubber. Leicester, though, will want to finish as high as possible. Liverpool will beat Wolves. City will probably beat Aston Villa, and I can see Tottenham getting a draw against Norwich, but anything can happen, as you say. Don't play this game on computers. Don't play it on paper. We play it on the football pitch.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, let's talk about some of the things that we know, right?
Yes.
These are straight up facts, and you know what we've seen for months. People online, and I would even go as far as saying Pep Guardiola himself really kind of stirring the pot amongst the people, right?
Yeah,
Here's what we know. Regardless, Pep Guardiola built a great Manchester City side, right?
he
And
did.
one that, in all honesty, on paper, probably should win the title, right? But we have also had a Jurgen Klopp built Liverpool side who is also historic in many ways,
This is
right?
very true.
They have played. They will have played by the time all is said and done every match that was possibly available to them on the season schedule. Um,
That is incredible, especially in day and age how competitive these
mhm,
leagues are. Dan Griffin in the chat is saying watching a game with the families won't be able to be active in the chat, but
mhm,
best of luck today, guys. And come on, you
mhm,
red men! Thank
mhm.
you very much, Dan Griffin, for popping in, and do feel free to pop in at moments at half time. Join us in at half time. That'd be
Yeah,
wonderful if you can.
yeah.
Connor Cave in the chat is saying, I'm doing well. I graduate on Friday night. I'm very excited. Right now, I've got Brentford and Leeds on the TV and Burnley and Newcastle on the computer.
Yeah,
That's not a
congratulations,
bad
Connor.
comment. Congratulations on your upcoming graduation, and well done last night with your Columbus Crew coverage. As always, it was excellent. Looking forward to seeing who wins out between Leeds and Burnley, two northern clubs who despise each other,
Yeah.
and one going down.
One's going down.
One's got to go.
What
You know,
one
you see
has,
those things on Facebook and Twitter all the time, like
yeah,
one of these has got to go.
and
One does today.
yeah. Today it is true. One does have to go.
We
Um,
will just say for the benefit of everybody watching and listening, we are because we are obviously in different parts of the world. Tanner is obviously in Texas. I am of course in England. Um, we obviously have a small delay. We are not shy of our allegiance, but at the same time, we will be professional about things
maybe.
because that is what Techers always is. Um,
If we get a Coutinho hat trick, I will probably cry. I will probably flip this table over. Matt will have to finish the show on his own.
Dan Griffin in
And
the chat is saying interesting stat. She has 4 in 6 Premier League appearances against City. Just saying, just need one. Just need one. Dan Griffin saying congratulations on the graduation, Connor. Absolutely, we fully are very pleased for Connor. And he's speaking of which, he says, I want Jesse Marshall to succeed, but for Mag's sake or I'm burning your sake, stay up. Indeed, and also for our good friend Chris Harris as well. And just to say, Chris, we're thinking of you, buddy. This one's today is for you, sir.
100%. Matt.
So yeah, because we're opposite sides of the world,
Yeah.
there is a time delay between both of us. So one of us watching one game and the other, we may be slightly out of sync with each other. So
Just across the board, there is going to be a lot going on, you guys. So if we are tangenting quite a lot,
there is one thing. Tanner has access to more games than I do, so
yes.
Tanner will be covering probably a few more than me.
Because America, it's
because of the coverage, unfortunately. But we are so when we are at Anfield, is what I'm watching right now. But the entire of Anfield has got the scarves aloft, and you cannot hear the commentary team on there. You want to listen to us, obviously. Over you can't even hear the commentary team over the singing at Anfield. It's wonderful.
It's the just the banners, the cop end of everything at the Anfield ground is just amazing. The fans, supporters, so enthused about today. Obviously, a lot's on the line for Liverpool. A victory here and a Manchester City slip up would continue the path towards the historic quad. But I think that what you've seen a lot online from Liverpool corners is hope for that, but also at the same time temperance. They have there's been kind of a rallying of we're supporting this team no matter what happens here today because of what joy they brought.
Indeed, they're still got the Champions League next week, regardless of what happens today. Of course, I will just say as over they're starting to stand over the ball in certain parts of the country. The back with knee, of course, they are at Anfield as we speak now. Of course, we take to support the Premier League's anti-racism message. Report racism wherever you see it.
We're also about to get some kickoff
on the way
coverage.
at Anfield.
Yes, we're about to get some kickoff coverage over at Manchester City as well. This is a big moment here. Again, Manchester City, they've done quite a lot this season. They have really pushed the title. They almost had it out of view of everybody, right?
They're 15 points clear. Double figures.
Yeah. But this title race has been so close. City made it to the semi-finals of both the FA Cup and the Champions League. So, I mean, hats off to City as well. We have kickoff here at the Etihad. Matt, talk to me a little bit about the Steven Gerrard factor. A lot has been made about
Steven Gerrard. It's a big thing, of course. Steven Gerrard, of course, is Steven Gerrard, of course, is the manager of Aston Villa, and of course, is a Liverpool legend. There's an early corner in the Brentford Leeds game. Obviously, Leeds fighting to stay up, of course. So I'm just keeping an eye on this as the corner comes in.
Villa on the counter-attack here too. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm just so nervous.
This is going to be like this all game. It's all fun. So Leeds taking the cut. Leeds is gone behind for a goal kick. Gone behind for a goal kick to Leeds. It's weird. My up button goes up and goes the wrong way. To be fair, it's really weird. So yeah, we're just waiting for things. Things obviously slowly building things up. Liverpool had a little chance there, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Obviously, Jota, Mane, and Diaz in the line for Liverpool today. Obviously, and Van Dijk's on the bench.
Van Dijk and Salah both being rested here today.
Well, not surprised. They got obviously injured last weekend in the FA Cup final. As Wolves breaking in here. Wolves have scored!
Oh, jeez. Wolves hitting early. Oh, boy. That could be a big sign of things here. And I'm sure that the City ground is learning about this in real time as well. There's going to be a reaction in the stadium. Of course, there's still a lot to play for here. Liverpool not strangers of going down early.
It's terrible defending, and it's rolled across, and there's no one. It's simple. He's onside, and the ball comes through, and it's just rolled across the box pretty much, and it's into an empty net for NATO. 1-0 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. They weren't scoring a goal all season. A grimace on the face of Jurgen Klopp and a slight shake of the head.
Yeah, definitely not what Liverpool needed early on. That was a major missed header by Ibrahim Konate. A little bit of his inexperience showing there. It's just not what you needed. Again, City fans are checking their phones right now, seeing and hearing that Wolves have gone up over Liverpool currently. There's a City fan has made a very cruel and gruesome gesture. He's used a flag to make a noose around his own neck. Very, very gross, very unusual.
That's wrong. That's wrong. Hopefully dealt with if that's the case. That's just wrong.
Yeah. Villa on the counterattack though, but Ollie Watkins is snuffed out by Fernandinho. Yeah.
Yes. Liverpool will break here, and Liverpool winning a quick corner in reply.
Yeah, they know how to react. Liverpool does.
Connor Cody put behind, and he slaps the hand of Sada goalkeeper as Robertson comes across to take the corner on the near side. Matip and Konate are forward. Liverpool need a champion style recovery here now.
Robertson
doesn't be the first man.
Connor McCabe in the chat was saying that he'll keep us updated on Burnley and Leeds. We've actually got the games pulled up here as well. So no need to stress yourself there. We also have the games.
We got you. And Liverpool shot, and Matip put the header wide. Great ball in by Trent Alexander-Arnold after the corner came out to him. Matip was still forward, and he gets up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not exactly a free header, but I feel like he should have got better there.
Mm-hmm.
We have our good friend, the fake Texan himself, Mr. Ray Cash in the chat saying, "Morning, gents. I have red on for you guys today." Good, like that's blasphemy, sir. As an Everton fan, blasphemy.
Well, I appreciate it nonetheless.
We do appreciate it, but yeah, we're not entirely sure it's helping. It might be more of a curse. Just joining us here on Radio Techers, welcome. We are providing you with live alternative commentary as best we can from 10 of the Premier League fixtures today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, you get settled in, folks, because even though there's early goals being scored, we gotta you gotta be patient here with this one.
One of the big stats that's just flashed up in the United Kingdom is that Liverpool, yes, they're losing right now, but they've also gained more points than any side from losing position this season, 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's also bearing in mind Liverpool have not been behind a lot this season.
Mm-hmm. And it's been a trend in the latter part of the season where Liverpool goes behind early stages and then still grows out
into the game
a result. Yeah. Over at the Etihad, looks like Villa's got a clearance here, and are trying to get the ball back under control. It's going to go out for a throw in.
Jota bottled the ball and it's put downfield. There is some things that are quite interesting about this game as well, because Liverpool, of course, should they win the league today, Wolverhampton Wanderers will gain an extra £5 million as a bonus, because it's in the contract that if Jota wins the title while he's with Liverpool, they get £5 million bonus.
Oh, the irony. Maybe Wolves should just concede.
Irony indeed. But it's also going to show and they're not trying to friend a game. Connor Case, I don't know if I told you guys this yet, but I plan on going to college of Made in Sports Journalism and Communications and minor in history. Good for you, buddy. Fantastic for you, buddy. I'm very proud of you. Wolves knocking it back and forth between their centre backs right now. We're playing three at the back there, of course. Slow starting everywhere else, pretty much. We obviously haven't got commentary on other games. Good got back up in the chat saying, just want to thank you guys for all the coverage this season. We need to focus on games today and work, so we'll not be joining you today. Not a great start at Anfield. It's not a great start, but it's only not even 10 minutes in yet, Graham. So there's still time for Liverpool to right that wrong, as it were. It's still Burnley 0, Newcastle 0. And it's still Brentford 0, Leeds 0.
Let's not forget the famous words of the Shawn Michaels Undertaker promo from WrestleMania 25. Sometimes you have to go through hell to get to heaven. So
this is true. Leeds in a wonderful lilac strip today. Brentford coming forward in that side of things. It's still Brentford 0 and Leeds 0. I'm gonna jump across the Etihad.
Mm-hmm. There's we're gonna go over to the Burnley Newcastle game here just real quickly.
Please.
There's an injury on the field. It's Joelinton, unfortunately, who has been a revelation in midfield for Eddie Howe's.
Etihad, Villa crossing the box. They go for the bicycle kick and it from Coutinho, and I think it's been put behind for a corner.
That was not long after a Robin Olsen clearance that could have gone awry. So still much to fight for.
Yeah, Gerrard looks frustrated, and also applauds his talisman. It is a corner though to Aston Villa, Convocated in the chat, also thanking us for amazing second season. Tech is the reason I even watch European football and reasons why I love it so much. Thanks, buddy.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
And
we appreciate the love and support, you guys. We truly do.
City can't clear this ball out. It's still
going, man. Steven Gerrard, he's oh gosh. Gerrard has so much emotion right now for this game.
Doesn't he always?
Mm.
Diaz, looked like he had coming together with the goalkeeper, but nothing doing.
Mm-hmm. No stop from the referee either. I mean, the ball kind of teetered there. Nobody was able to pounce on it. Wolves on the counterattack, though. And this is where Liverpool have to be careful. Play on, says the referee.
Still a man. Still, Aston got a man down still. Not sure which one it is. I'll be really honest.
I'm trying to get a view of it. Number 27.
Luca Digne.
That might be a problem. Yep, that's Luca Digne right there. He got smashed in the face by Callum Chambers. Callum Chambers ripped a shot and it went right into Luca Digne's face.
Leeds are trying to stem the flow of passing by Brentford, who are out. That's a blatant foul and a free kick to Brentford on the near side.
Just incredible scenes here.
We have a goal. Chelsea. Chelsea won. Watford 0. Kai Havertz has opened the scoring for Chelsea there, which obviously is not what Watford wanted, because that means now if Norwich win, Norwich will go above them.
Ooh.
Brilliant cross in the box as well there. Have a Liverpool game.
Yeah. Google is still giving Liverpool a 70% chance of victory here.
Yeah, Liverpool trying to turn the screw already on that side of things.
Mm-hmm. I think Ibrahima Konate, he just...
We're getting a view of the goal here, the Kai Havertz goal. So pass out to the right-hand side. And, doing the cross on Havertz just pops up at the near post and taps it in with a side foot. 1-0 Chelsea, nice and simple.
Over at the Etihad, Luca Digne is back up.
That's great news for Aston Villa, and so that's good. Obviously, that's good for all concerned. Chat, are Watford and Norwich already relegated? Indeed, they are,
yes.
Connor. They are already relegated, but Norwich. But as we mentioned earlier on, if you finish 19th, you get £3 million more prize money than if you finish 20th. So it does make a difference where you finish in that relegation positions.
There's a brilliant passage of play by Luis Diaz. Just nobody on the receiving end to grab that low cross from him. Liverpool almost tied it up.
Corner at Anfield.
Maybe you might be ahead of me. I don't know.
I am indeed. So the header coming in a moment, and Matip is making a big nuisance of himself at corners. Because of course the Etihad is still Man City 0, Aston Villa 0, and Man City passing the ball out here to the left-hand side, but Villa proving difficult to break down at the moment, but still a days, of course. No need to be panicking too much. As things stand, Man City are still champions.
Steven Gerrard with a
header back by John McGinn, going out for a corner, and it was not one he needed to make. So Man City have a gift of a corner here.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious which game that you flipped over to. And then you said John McGinn. Let's see. What minute are you on at that game, Matt?
At that game, it's 14 minutes.
Yep, I'm just right there too.
Anfield, Diaz. Robertson, Diaz again. They're queuing up. And Wolves just get bodies in the way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how Wolves are going to play today here.
Liverpool have camped on the edge of the box, it feels like. Jimenez is up top, but there's no one with him at all. As Thiago takes over and decides to start spraying the ball.
Mm. Yeah, that's when Liverpool start getting dangerous. Is when when they start having Thiago spread the ball around in that metronomic fashion.
This is it indeed. As over at the Etihad, Edison passes out to confirm on the left wing. I'm mentioning this off air, Tanner, that I'd be concerned if I were a Man City fan having 3 centre halves at the back and 1 fullback. I mean, why wouldn't you play Cancelo at right and play Zinchenko? I know that Zinchenko was getting torn apart last week, but so was Laporte and Fernandinho.
They might feel stylistically like they want to try something here today. Obviously, Pep is known for experimenting at times where it might seem inappropriate to do so.
Wolves are taking an 8 over throw-in as things stand currently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not massively surprised about.
But I mean, this is a very interesting shapes battle here between City and Villa.
A goal at the Norwich game. Norwich 0, Tottenham 1. Which means, as things stand, no matter what happens at Arsenal, Tottenham will be in the Champions League as things stand. Norwich behind from a goal from Kulusevski. The ball comes across, and Kulusevski, it's squared to him by Son. Son squares it. We could have Bentaker. Bentaker, I do apologise. He squares it to Kulusevski and it's in the back of the net. 1-0 Tottenham.
City mounting pressure here at the Etihad, but it seems as though Villa staying very staunch, very compact here. They're not giving City a lot of room to look, at least as things stand right now.
Indeed. Matip trying to find Trent, but it's cut out quite quickly, and he has been released. Then Donk has a chance and puts it wide. That should have been 2-0. Should have been 2-0, but it's not. He was onside. There's nothing wrong with that. He broke the offside up beautifully. Robinson put the afterburners on and did enough to maybe put off Dendonka, but he should have done better there. Diaz, Mane, Diaz, Henderson, Robertson, back to Diaz. This is some nice slick passing from Liverpool. Crossfield pass to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who fired that across the box. Not dealt with. And Wolves do recover it and try and clear it downfield. Trying to set him in the way, but it's collected on his box by Alison Becker, who bowls it out to quite quickly. In fact, almost like it's the 80th minute, you'd think. It's the way Liverpool are passing this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a VAR decision at Burnley Newcastle.
Yes, I was just about to bring that up.
Tanner, what you got for us?
All right, so referees viewing VAR. I'm trying to see more about the situation. It is a penalty, penalty decision. I've just flipped back over to it because I noticed that the VAR went up on the game. So it looks like it will be a penalty for Newcastle, if I'm not mistaken.
That's huge for Leeds.
Yep, Callum Wilson's going to take the penalty for Newcastle.
I've seen the replay on my screen here. Does it Oh yeah, oh my god. The Villa player has gone and reached out and gone like bat with his hand. Boom,
Mm-hmm.
away from the player. That's a stone wall penalty. And it's a goal at Brentford. Leeds have taken the lead.
Ooh.
That is huge.
The tides are turning already. This could be Burnley going down if the results currently stand.
Keep an eye on the penalty for us, though, will you please, Anna?
Yes, I've got eyes on it here. Callum Wilson takes it and scores. He slots it away. As things stand right now, Burnley have gone to 18th, Leeds 17th. That's a huge shift here in the relegation battle.
Indeed. I'm thinking as fast as I can. Conor Cave saying pop offside in the Leeds game. Apparently, it's standing as far as I can tell at the moment, but no, it's standing as things stand.
Pedro Neto has gone down, apparently injured in the Wolves Liverpool game as well.
Okay, Man City here across field ball to Ganseo. We'll just finish Wharton's attack, and then I'll flick across and see how things are looking. Brentford Leeds goal has been disallowed.
The goal's been disallowed.
From what I can tell, it has been disallowed.
Oh, that's a big moment.
Because it was 1-0 and now it says 0-0. So I do believe that has changed things again. So Conor McKay may have been right in the chat. Offside, no goal at Brentford. Absolutely right. Thank you very much, Conor McKay, for confirming that for me. Because I wasn't on at that time. That could be heartbreaking because Leeds will still need, but the point will still be enough for Leeds as things stand.
Yeah, that would still put Leeds ahead of Burnley, if I'm not mistaken.
It will still be enough as things stand. So yeah, VAR has corrected that. Newcastle was very happy with his goal there, unsurprisingly. So yeah, now Leeds have got to go 1 point above rather than being 2 points above. So Burnley get back level and it's back in. It's still in Burnley's hands. It's still in Burnley's hands the whole way through here.
There's a older gentleman in the Liverpool game who appears to have almost fallen asleep. You know, the stress affects all of us on this day.
It does.
In different ways.
If you're just joining us, welcome. Thank you for joining us on Twitch or on YouTube. Thank you for choosing Radio Techers as your alternative commentary for the final game of the season. I am Matt, and that is Tanner. We'll bring you as much as we can from every game across the country on the final game of the season. The big scores, obviously, at the moment are Newcastle 1, Burnley 0, Man City 0, Aston Villa 0, Liverpool 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Tottenham 1, Norwich 0 for the Champions League spots. Things are being decided. West Ham are still 0-0 and so are Man United. So that is still in the status quo as it was before.
Matt, I've got an update here for you. Neto has gone off for Wolves. Is now Huang in his place. Huang he's a good midfielder. Huang, yes. He's a very good midfielder. Not very quick.
Season he did.
Yeah, he's not very quick.
Very
though.
Technically minded though. Very technically minded.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here with this replacement.
Oh, wonderful ball! Mane's in, and Mane equalises.
That's it. That's what you needed. That's what you needed right there. That's what you needed right there.
Offside trap beautifully, and it's in the back of the net. We're looking for the offside flag just in case. No flag has gone up. We will check with VAR because they have to be nowadays, of course. But that back is now a little playing as things stand again. Massive
Villa
in the air.
Aston Villa putting the pressure here on City here at the Etihad.
Oh, yes, the player at the top is playing him on.
Oh.
It's very close, that offside call, but he's on. Conor Cade in the chat, they're looking on live table. Leeds currently out of relegation. Absolutely right, Tanner.
Phil Foden over at the Etihad. I'm sorry, Matt. Phil Foden at the Etihad has cut a shot wide. At the Etihad. The result is still 0-0. Villa has played very well though so far. Very. This is not a performance that you would expect from a team who's just played Thursday.
Diaz up against the right back. The noise inside Anfield is deafening again. Thiago sprays the ball out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Plays it to Henderson.
Word also seems to be going around the Etihad that Liverpool have scored, it seems.
Robertson, Diaz, Thiago. Goes wayward, and Trent Alexander-Arnold has to backtrack. It's fallen to Wolves.
An update over at the Etihad. Kevin De Bruyne with a corner, but it's cleared by Villa.
It's got, from what I can tell, it's quite quiet at the Etihad, which is obviously the empty-head jokes can be quite vociferous sometimes. That side of things, we wouldn't possibly say such a thing, of course. Here on Tech, of course,
it certainly doesn't have the outward appearance and I guess the vibes aren't there like it is at Anfield. It seems right now.
For sure, Brentford putting some pressure on here. As things stand, of course, the status quo is resumed again. City will be champions by 1 point.
Well,
Dan Griffin in the chat saying that ball from Thiago for Mana was filthier than Mana's shoelace. Absolutely, it was absolute filth. As here comes Leeds, Brentford clear it out with ease if it's the 90th minute.
Burnley have a throw in here,
and here comes Wolves again, and it's a goal kick. Hwang, and able to get past Trent Alexander-Arnold there.
Over at Turf Moor, Burnley trying to put in a shift here, but there does seem to be some mounting frustration going on amongst the fans and the players themselves. They're trying to get on with this, though. Dwight McNeil here with a corner.
Indeed, of course. And not forget, of course, that they also kind of help from Brentford here, of course, as Kinseo tries to put the ball in, and it's blocked by the Villa rearguard, who are putting in a sterling work for the first half hour. And Villa playing it long, and wayward header from Laporte, but it is gathered up nicely in the end.
John Stones with a major ball, diagonal ball to Joao Cancelo over at the Etihad. Cancelo, and it's snuffed out by Villa.
Goal at Arsenal. Arsenal 1, Everton 0. Martinelli with a penalty. So if anything should happen with Tottenham, it would go in Arsenal's favour there, of course. Everton, of course, are safe, and thank goodness for their sake they are.
Robin Olsen with the big hands here. He has snuffed out a shot. It looked like it may have been coming from Riyad Mahrez, or maybe even Gabriel Jesus. I do apologize.
It looked like it was played into on that side of things, yes.
Yes, it looks like it was Gabriel Jesus. Robin Olsen lands on the ball. He's having some problems with his nose, though.
Afternoon, Morty in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much for popping in and saying hello. Always stick around, mate. Why don't you? Make yourself comfortable. Get some beers.
How's it going, Morty? Hope you're doing well.
Over Anfield, Wolves try to mount another attack, and the cross goes out for a throw to Liverpool on the far side. That's when you know something's gone wrong, when the cross goes out for a throw, when the player who you were trying to pick out could have got it and missed it.
Guardiola giving some very animated instructions to Bernardo Silva at the touchline here as Robin Olsen's being...
Jack Grealish was on the bench today, of course, for return of his boyhood club, of course, who he said he'd never leave and then did.
Yeah, you know. Diving into some lime Topo Chico. I don't know if anybody gets this here.
I'm today drinking. We're not sponsored, obviously, guys, but we're drinking the Super Bock today, the Portuguese beer of choice. Mr. Anchor says that he got rather merry on that at one point. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us on Radio Techers. We're bringing you live alternative commentary for as much the Premier League final day as we can get to you. But the goals as they are standing along the bottom of the screen for you now. Quick best so I can get through them for you. Let's quickly bring up my side of the screen for us. Arsenal 1, Everton 0, Brentford 0, Leeds 0. Leeds currently staying up as things are. Brighton, Hove Albion 0, West Ham United 0. West Ham heading for the Europa League Conference as things stand. Burnley 0, Newcastle 1. Burnley currently going down to the Championship as things stand. Chelsea 1, Watford 0. Watford currently will be bottom as things stand. Leicester 0, Southampton 0. Liverpool 1, Wolves 1. They will finish second behind Man City, who are still goalless with Aston Villa as things stand. And Norwich 0, Tottenham 1. We need Tottenham will be in the Champions League as things stand. And we've got a bit of concern under a little bit of pressure, puts out for a throw to Villa in an advanced position. I leave it up to you, Tanner. It's a few about fizzing the head of you, Tanner.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's no foul given over at Anfield after Naby Keita went to ground.
Brentford putting some pressure on Leeds over at Griffin Park, and it's Leeds Medley. He looks so young. I hate that. I feel I'm 30. I'm 38 in 2 months' time.
Oh, congratulations, Matt.
I know, but I remember when I was 21. I wasn't between the sticks for Leeds United.
Don't we all, Matt? Don't we all?
Liverpool back at Anfield, falling under pressure. Another goal at Arsenal. Arsenal 2, Everton 0. Eddie Nketiah has scored. Obviously scored in the North London derby the other week, of course. So he seems to be asserting himself as the man for next season if they give him a new contract. Come on, Arsenal, sort it out already.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm just getting a replay of it here on my screen. The ball, the corner, it comes in, and it's headed in at the near post by Nketiah, and he celebrates in front of the north end, and they're loving him for it. A true hero for them. That's good. And it's still Liverpool 1, Wolves 1 as well.
Mm-hmm. Over at the Etihad, we're still looking at 0-0. Robin Olsen, just as an update here, he was being tended to by medical staff, but he's okay. He's not been subbed off. It's still, again, 0-0. Villa have not had any shots on goal, though. That's the one thing that really needs to be examined here, statistics-wise. For Liverpool to have a chance at winning the title, Villa need to be looking at scoring some goals, it seems.
We have another goal at Norwich. It's Norwich 0, Tottenham 2 now. So I think now it's a done deal regarding the Champions League spots, barring a collapse from Tottenham Hotspur, which we have seen at times this year, but not against Norwich City. So as things stand, like Arsenal heading to the Europa League. As Conor Kay confirmed, that is now 2-0 to Arsenal. Everton are very glad, I'm sure, that they wrapped things up. Yeah, so the second goal for Tottenham was scored by Harry Kane.
It should also be said Liverpool need to find themselves another goal themselves if they have a chance.
To have any chance, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But as we say, we're only about half an hour into the games here, guys. So, there's still an hour of action left in the Premier League season. There's so much already that's gone on.
This does have the feeling of election night.
A little bit, but you're not looking for one, we're looking for lots of results.
We should do that in the future. Liverpool, not Liverpool.
No.
Radio Techers does election night.
I've just flicked over to the Etihad, and a lot of nervous-looking fans in the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they haven't been able to break down this Villa side yet, has City. And, I mean, obviously, I'm sure there's some extra motivation here amongst the players and Steven Gerrard himself. But, again, as we just noted here, it's not going to get that much more tense unless Liverpool find a second goal, at minimum a second goal.
This is very much the key.
So we're gonna have to find out. We've got some Liverpool players warming up on the side. Mo Salah, James Milner. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Matt has seemingly gone away for just a brief moment, but as noted, we had Mo Salah and James Milner warming up on the side. Liverpool might be looking to make some changes as things go on. I mean, there would be very much a begrudging substitution if Jurgen Klopp was to bring on Mo Salah. I know he's one to want to rest Salah for the big occasion of the Champions League final coming up next weekend, which we will be covering as well. So make sure to join us for that. But as things stand right now, for Liverpool to have a chance at the title, they do need to find at least a second goal here. Over at the Etihad, things still scrappy here. Manchester City 0, Aston Villa 0. So we're excuse me. Goodness, I don't know if you guys have had these Topo Chicos before, but they are very carbonated. So
they are. Yes.
I might be the burping gentleman here momentarily.
Let's not go
there. Over at Turf Moor, Burnley still down 1-0 to Newcastle. So we'll have to see. Keep an eye posted there as well.
They've still got 55 minutes to save themselves. It's not just them. They've also got Brentford, who could do them a favour.
Mm-hmm.
And Brentford are in possession currently as things stand. Breaking news, there is a goal at the Etihad. And it's not the way you expected, Tanner. 1-0 Aston Villa.
I just tuned into it as well, and it's a wonderful goal there.
I just turned over.
Matty Cash. Cash is money, and he's headed the ball in for Villa, and the away fans have been in uproar. And
it's a beautiful strike.
The word is heading into Anfield. This is going to this is going to elevate things here. City fans, some City fans trying to react and get the team on their side, but other City fans, they're just stunned silence here.
Pep Guardiola, big swig of drink and then turns around. Picture there of, I think it's Jesus looking frustrated. De Bruyne trying to rally the crowd. Over at Anfield, the news are filtered through.
Yes, the news is getting through to the Liverpool fans. But Liverpool need to score a goal. That's the problem, Matt.
Absolutely. Big goal as well in the fight for the Europa League. Oh, before that, we've got a breakthrough here. Wolves miss an open goal. Big goal at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace 1, Man United 0. Crystal Palace is scored by
Easy, Matt. Easy.
Wilfried Zaha has scored against his former club. I wasn't expecting to report on that one, Tanner. That would completely threw me for a loop.
Liverpool scrapping and fighting here for a goal. Mane, close. Mane, very close. But the Anfield faithful are cheering. They're uproaring, and you have to imagine that the players are feeling it on the pitch. On the opposite side of things, at the Etihad, you can see that the City players are cutting kind of a frustrated figure here. Kevin De Bruyne was very much waving his hands, trying to get the players on his side here. But this is a very tough call here, Matt.
Into the chat, Comic Cape saying, "Are you Villa fans today too?"
Yes.
I've been a big fan of them all season long. They've done good stuff. Good got back up in the chat is saying, all right, I do want to hear your thoughts for a minute before I go back to work. Yeah. Indeed, as over at Anfield, Wolves have a corner, and it's big header out, and now Liverpool breaking.
Oh man,
Liverpool, Alexander and Robertson are playing 1-2 for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Robertson, and Cater steps over the ball. Robertson now on the right wing, chasing the ball down. Henderson, Alexander-Arnold and Robertson are next to each other on the right wing. Feeds in towards Jota, Mane. Diaz coming in. It's so hectic here.
Over at the Etihad, City trying to work the ball into the box, but Villa, they're just shutting down passages, shutting down lanes for City to pass into. Robin Olsen picks out a great ball in from midair and hangs on to it. Villa very much slowing things down right now.
They're under obligation to speed the game up, though, aren't
they? Yeah.
And yet here they come. I'm ahead of you, Tanner, but Villa are on the attack here. And a last-minute tackle prevents the goal.
Yeah, it looks like Watkins went down. Referee said play on. Over at Anfield now, Liverpool trying to get to fight for every inch of the ball right now.
Yeah, Graham a good cop, a bad cop moment. Every game on Peacock except the Liverpool game. Indeed. Big goal as well. Brighton 0, West Ham 1. West Ham are into the Europa League as things stand.
Graham, the Liverpool game is on NBC Sports. Go to the NBC Sports website and you'll be there. Here comes the ambulance to take me away as I'm about to lose my mind here.
But yeah, as a couple of big goals there for other things in the European side of things. Obviously, with West Ham winning and Man United losing, that means that West Ham are into the Europa League and Man United drop out into the conference. As things stand, West Ham will finish by Man United for the first time ever in the Premier League era.
Oh man!
And Nico Antonio is a good goal as well.
Villa, Coutinho. Oh, just wide.
Still 0-0 between Brentford and Leeds. As things stand, it's enough to keep Leeds safe in the Premier League, but it's still another half to go. In 5 minutes to go till half time. Trying to keep us all a bit cool here because it's tense. It's very tense here.
Yeah, very, very tense indeed. Liverpool searching for that goal. City down by 1. Robin Olsen picks up another cross, another low cross. And Steven Gerrard's name is being chanted around Anfield, which is amazing.
Right, I got to go to JGB prep later, guys. We'll drop in later, I am sure. Please do, Graham. We love having you on. We love having you around if you can, so that'd be great.
The tension is palpable here. Oh my gosh, Watkins! Ugh. Watkins almost in with a goal. If he had just shot a little bit earlier, I mean, he had Ederson closing down.
Brentford here with a chance. He goes wide for it. Was kept in play by Meslier. You think he could let out for a goal kick? Not sure why he let it in play.
I was going to ask you what was happening over at the Leeds game, Matt.
There you go, perfect timing, though, wasn't
it? Oh my god!
Over at Etihad, they're queuing up to try and cross the ball in.
I've never witnessed 2 such tense games in my life that are occurring at the same time. This is incredible.
Indeed. It is tense. It looks like Sarr is receiving some treatment at Anfield.
Yes. Sarr is down at Anfield, which would be a major blow for Wolves. Villa, still. Kevin De Bruyne hitting the side netting. He's growing frustrated, but I mean, you can see him channeling that anger into the game. But an emotional City can go one way or the other here.
The
Matt.
last minute and a half at Brentford is still 0-0, which is enough for Leeds as things stand. Over at Anfield, you're getting a look at the Wolves manager who's looking concerned.
Yeah.
Henderson is rallying the troops,
Yep.
using this opportunity just to calm things down.
Mm-hmm.
And there's quite a few the Wolves players that all gathered around the Wolverhampton goalkeeper.
It also needs to be made note of that Ruben Neves is also down, but it does not seem as though that injury is nearly as serious at the moment. One thing, too, as well.
Jesus for a chance here, but it's cleared out well by the Aston Villa defender for a throw-in.
Yes. Tensions running high here. Over at Turf Moor, there was a shot on goal, but it was picked up there by Dubravka.
2 minutes and it's on at Brentford. 4 minutes at Anfield. And 4 at the Etihad.
Yes, 4 at the Etihad.
Oh, a beautiful pick out in the air by Coutinho, who's in the left-back spot currently, and then hooks it downfield. It's out of play on halfway. Coutinho literally just hooked it and then volleyed it straight up the pitch. No messing. Very, very old school. Foden dances inside, crosses it in, but it's blocked out by the... they're trying to trick their way past the Villa defenders, but they're smart. Cancelo, though, in the middle of the park, tries to drill it. We've seen them go in, but it's Villa taking their time to clear out, just a chip forward, and Watkins is getting ready to sprint.
Foden.
Over Anfield, Robertson. Thiago. Keita to Henderson. Now with Matip, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Villa staying
Dinks
very
forward,
compact.
Looking for Jota, who finds Jota, who flicked it on, but Mane couldn't get on the end of it.
Over at the Etihad,
Canate and Morrison between them recovered the ball.
Go ahead, Matt.
Sorry, I was so sorry.
No,
it's half time at Leicester 0, Southampton 0, Chelsea 1, Watford 0, Norwich 0, Tottenham 2, all half times.
Over at the Etihad, Villa staying very compact here, but City again trying to work the ball into the box. Ball is now to Cancelo, who does find Foden. Foden blocked. Cashes on Cancelo. Cancelo tries to float the ball over, but it's blocked last minute there by Luca Digne, who Villa has played a superb game here so far against City so far.
It is half time as well at Griffin Park. It's Brentford 0, Leeds United 0. As things stand, that's enough to save Leeds United. But Brentford in the second half, they can score a goal, and they're back in the relegation fight again.
Liverpool regained the ball over at Anfield. Ball back now to Alisson. Spreads it to Henderson, the captain. He finds Trent. Trent moving the ball. Matt has an alert on his phone.
Yeah, we've got to take it, sorry.
Liverpool just working the space here. Robertson to Thiago. Thiago, diagonal ball is just a little bit too much there for Trent. Goodness. Matt has gone away for just a brief moment, of course, folks. As you can see, let's head over to Turf Moor real quick. Score is still Burnley 0, Newcastle United 1. Again, that's because of that Callum Wilson penalty. We are getting told that Thiago Alcantara, he's injured, or he's maybe picked up a slight injury. He's heading to the sideline real quick. He looks rather disappointed. He might be coming back in. It just depends on the scale of his injury. But at halftime, over at the Etihad, it is Manchester City 0, Aston Villa 1. That could be something that changes the title picture as things stand right now. It's a very amazing moment. Thiago looks like he might be headed down the tunnel.
We're still playing at Anfield, by the way, in the 50th minute.
Yes.
Jota was the furthest man back there to put it back, by the way, to Becca. It is now halftime.
So with Thiago heading, it looks like he may have headed down the tunnel. There's no sign of a substitution. Obviously, halftime should be approaching any moment at Anfield.
Yes. It is now halftime. It is halftime at Anfield.
What we will be looking for is to see if Klopp makes any changes at halftime to take off Thiago. It does depend on how he sees this game playing out. If he feels like he might need Thiago for the Champions League final, which undoubtedly I think he may, and how comfortably he feels that somebody else can step up in that role and take up the mantle here for a very important game here at Anfield against Wolves. And again, we're
Indeed.
basically drawing at halftime pretty much all around the league. Matt,
right. Let me bring you through the current scores as they are. It's currently Arsenal 2, Everton 1, Brentford 0, Leeds United 0, Brighton Hove Albion 0, West Ham United 1, Burnley 0, Newcastle 1, Chelsea 1, Watford 0, Crystal Palace 1, Man United 0, Leicester 0, Southampton 0, Liverpool 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Man City 0, Aston Villa 1, and Norwich City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. As things stand, Man City are champions on goal difference. As things stand as well, Tottenham are in the Champions League, Arsenal into Europa League. With West Ham, Man United dropped into Europa League Conference League. And at the bottom end of the table, Burnley are going down. As things stand, Leeds will survive. As things stand. But now 45 minutes, that could all change. We're getting pictures at Anfield here. There are people looking somewhat frustrated, but Liverpool still very much in it. It's in their hands almost now.
Yeah. I mean, just to paint the picture here, if Villa can maintain what they have going on right now, if they can maintain the course of having the lead over City, and Liverpool were to find another goal, at least one, Liverpool will go above City and be crowned champions on the final day. But again, that's asking quite a lot of both Villa and Liverpool at this point.
It's asking quite a lot of factors to happen, but right now it's very much a possibility for sure. Let's not forget, of course, that Donny van der Baker scored, by the way, for Everton just before halftime. It is 2-1, as I said, to Arsenal. It's been very much one-way traffic as far as things being at Liverpool and at Man City as well. Villa had one shot on goal and they scored it. They've also been breaking through though, so they're not out of running yet. We know from last week, Man City were 2 down at half time and they finished 2-2. I'd like to point out, of course, that City need to score twice to guarantee the title.
Yes.
Now,
I mean,
before they needed one. They need to score 2 at least. Because if Villa score another one,
there's the possibility as well. There's the possibility, and this Villa side does look rather motivated today.
They do. Luca Digne, since he had a little bit of an injury, but he got back up, and he has been a soldier. A very much a professional performance, a very Gerrard-like performance from that Villa back line. Wouldn't you agree?
I would certainly agree. I must also make note of some breaking news here, Matt.
Hang on. We have a button for this, Tanner.
Yeah, go ahead. As reported per James Pearce of the Athletic and the Liverpool Echo, other sources. It will be Thiago Alcantara being subbed off in the second half, and incoming James Milner. So James Milner
Oof.
will be coming
You
in the
could-
second half.
If you had to put someone on in place of Thiago, Milner's your man.
Milner is a man who will run through brick walls, for his team. So this is I would say a fair substitution here. I know I'm bummed out about the loss of Thiago here at halftime, but if you had to pick one person, like Matt's rightfully pointed out, you could hardly put a foot wrong with James Milner. So interesting developments here being made. Matt and I are going to catch our breath real quick for just a brief moment. Let's pay some bills here and give a shout out to our partners over at Trip Surfer Vacations, who are handling all of your beach vacation and destination vacation needs. Check it out, tripsurfervacations.com. This broadcast of Radio Techers is brought to you in part by our partners over at Trip Surfer Vacations. Yes, summer is here again, and we know that you're ready for a much-needed vacation. Trip Surfer Vacations has great all-inclusive packages for your next beach vacation and all the info that you need to know about your next trip. So whether you're headed to Cancun, Cozumel, Cabo, or the Caribbean, Trip Surfer Vacations has you covered. We even have partnerships for American and European adventures as well. You'll enjoy fine dining, a drink in hand, toes in the sand, and some much-needed R&R. We know you're ready to go, so it's simple. Visit tripsurfervacations.com and let them know that Radio Techers sent you. Again, that's tripsurfervacations.com. Y'all have fun out there. Yes, tripsurfervacations.com. Link in the description, the video description below on YouTube. Go and check it out. Handling all your vacationing needs. Yeah,
absolutely. And tell them that Techers sent you.
Yeah.
Make sure you send them that Techers sent you, because then they'll look after you. They'll look after you over there at trips vacations.
Yes,
I was looking at it today, Tanner, and I was thinking, like, I've got a honeymoon to plan.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Just hit up tripsurfervacations.com, Matt. They'll get you taken care of.
Okay, that could be a very smart move indeed. Could be a very smart move. The only games without any goals are Brentford, Leeds, and Leicester Southampton at halftime. The cop is the people that are sitting there deep in thought. Some on their phones. Some people looking quietly confident. Some people looking. It started
dejected.
No, looking confident. Some people looking like thinking like they look like they know there's more goals in this game. There will be more goals across the whole of the league. We know this. We know that there are goals across the whole of the league today, and it's nervous times for sure. Nervous times for sure.
Yeah, and you know what, Matt? We started the season very much with a bang. First game of the season that was really kind of remarked here on Radio Techers was the Brentford Arsenal game, right?
Yes.
And just think that 9 months ago that was children have been born because of that game. I'm sure now at this time of the year. It's just a spectacular kind of retrospective that we're going through here over at Radio Techers.
It's a little bit. I mean, think about. Obviously, we're coming to the end of our second season as a conglomerate, and we've had some amazing fun since the end of this time last year. Of course, we had. I don't think I can take any more of his attention. Unreal final day. It's not over yet, Dan. 45 minutes to go, sir.
Yeah, and you know what, Dan? At the end of the day, your heart can take this tension. We know you can do it, but you might need to hit up tripsurfervacations.com, get some rest and relaxation and happy day.
Complicated in the chat is saying very fun day. One of my favorite days of the year, Premier League final day. Absolutely. Our good friend Mags, of course, he says that transfer deadline day is like it's like Christmas and Boxing Day. This is a very close second in terms of excitement levels. Usually,
for me, this is the equivalent of what Mags feels like for for Boxing Day or for the transfer deadline day. This is this is an amazing day just all around, and you never know what's going to happen on the last day of the season. You just never know.
Indeed, Dan Griffin, who is the master of segue, is you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Indeed, a very good segue indeed. We're moments away from second half here. The final 45 minutes of the 2021-2022 Premier League season. Stick with us here at Radio Techers. We'll bring you everything we can as we go through. But before we start that, how do we tell people about something that comes out every Friday on our amazing audio stream, guys?
Yes.
With the waiting room.
It all started when coronavirus hit and the world went a little caca. In a blink of a cosmic clock, I went from working full-time to sofa test pilot, which could have been fun, if I knew how to Zoom. Fortunately, I had help, an observer from the project named Sai. Unfortunately, Sai is not tech-savvy, so all he could do was lend moral support.
Hello!
Anyway, here I am, bouncing around these four walls, putting edits in where it once went wrong, a sort of low-budget Chris Moyles with Sai as my comedy Dave. So here we are with our microphones, on Radio Techers, in what we call the waiting room.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed! And what nothing better than the waiting room over on Radio Tech every Friday on our audio stream. Don't forget, of course, we've got Chain Wrestling here live tomorrow, and also we've also got on the audio side of things, we've also got Nitro Nights on Thursday. We've got the Doctor Who pod, which comes out every Tuesday, I believe. Although I believe the season has just finished actually. So guys, make sure you go and check that out in the archive because it's a great listen. I'm not saying that because I want to be on it. And of course, Chain Wrestling's audio feed comes out on Wednesday as well. So you can decide 5 days a week. Yes, indeed. It's fantastic.
Yeah, Sai's work rate. I mean, with all due respect to yourself and to Mags, of course, who you were both workhorses as well. You got to put Sai up there. Also, he's running all these podcasts.
Sai's doing more than me now. Sai's doing more than me.
Yeah,
absolutely. So there's a lot of people who are. I need to quickly address a situation which has been brought to my attention about Joey Janela. Apparently he did a super kick. Last night.
A flaming super kick.
A flaming super kick. No fire extinguishers anywhere nearby.
Yeah, no fire extinguishers. In fact, the footage that was shown at if you're not familiar, we're talking about pro wrestling. GCW show. Yeah, which we do cover here on Radio Techers. But the GCW show, Joey Janela, he did a flaming super kick. No fire extinguishers were used. Janela was scrambling to take off his shoe and put out the fire that was on his shoe. Boot rather. But again, no fire extinguishers. They were throwing bottles of water from ringside to help put out the flames. So yeah,
I do believe there was a change happening at the Etihad.
Let me go back over to it, and
I believe I saw Zinchenko coming towards the touchline, which could be a smart move on City's part because it's clearly not working with Stones out on the right. It looks like Zinchenko's waiting to come on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he didn't start.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a tactical change here. Tactical change by Pep. We'll see.
We are back underway at Chelsea, at Palace, and at Leicester. We'll keep your breath of those situations. The Palace game is the only one with something really riding on it because Man United obviously are fighting to get in Europa League. Yes, it's Fernandinho who's coming off for Zinchenko. And so that means Stones will slot into centre-half alongside Laporte. And that will put Cancelo to right back. It's a smart move. It's what I've done. In fact, it's what I would have started with, probably.
Yeah, it looks like Zinchenko, the substitution is being made official here at the Etihad. Mm-hmm.
It's a smart move. The Pride the lead with that, as we are looking to get back underway in some other games. Looks like getting ready to get underway at the Brentford game as well. Liverpool not yet underway either. But it is a case of right now the points are level, but City, due to their 5 goal difference, would be champions. Goal at Leicester. Leicester have just taken the lead against Southampton, but like we did say, that is a dead rubber of a game. But it is still 1-0 to Leicester. And that Leicester, of course, do need to, as we mentioned earlier, obviously, more points means more prizes in terms of prize money. And Milner Thiago has been confirmed on the pitch. Anfield. We are back underway at the Etihad. We're back underway as well at Anfield. We are back underway right this summer moment as well at Griffin Park. Time to get mad again, guys. Stick with me and Tanner. We're going to take you through the last 45 minutes of Premier League season.
Yeah, we're back underway. Villa with the ball here to start the second half here at the Etihad. And it goes all the way back to Robin Olsen.
It's a good finish by Anderson as well. Good finish by James Madison. Liverpool attacking the Kop head in the second half, knowing that a goal, as things stand, would give them the title.
If Liverpool are to score here, then it would be certainly rapturous.
City, of course, City can take their time, of course. It's not like it's an urgent thing, but they do have to score 2 goals. Because they know that Liverpool score 1 now. Liverpool are champions. And City have a break now, and Villa, combination of people just flick it away 3 or 4 times, and it's pushed out to the right wing.
Wolves have made a goalkeeper change as well here in the second half.
So Sarr has gone off injured. And who is in goal now from?
That's a great question. It is a rather large, bald gentleman. Are
you busy, Tanner? Are you busy?
I'm looking.
Oh, and Wolves had a chance. Wolves had a chance to take the lead there. They didn't take it.
John Ruddy is the.
John Ruddy, the veteran former Norwich goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a fine goalkeeper, but he hasn't had a lot of action in recent times.
Mm-hmm. Olsen falls on the ball here at the Etihad. Another save here by Robin Olsen. It looks like there's going to be a booking here at Anfield. Looks like it may be Joel Matip, perhaps. Yeah. Joel Matip being booked at Anfield.
An equaliser at Brighton. Veltman has equalised for Brighton. It's Brighton 1, West Ham 1 now. That put Man United back into the Europa League spot. Even with their losing.
There's a free kick here at Anfield. Liverpool on high alert. And a Kevin De Bruyne shot at the Etihad has gone over the bar. Wolves clamoring for a foul, clamoring for some kind of form of justice of some sort. I'm not quite sure what they were looking for there, but they did not get their way.
And Etihad, Tyrone Mings has just picked up his 11th booking of the season. That's a lot of bookings.
That's a lot of bookings. I don't know.
38 games. He hasn't played them all, I'm sure.
Yeah, he dragged Gabriel Jesus to the ground. I don't know what that means for him starting next season. I don't know how many
there's
bookings.
There's a red card. It wipes clean.
Oh, well, there you go. Very tense situations here at both Anfield and the Etihad.
just saw on the side of the other side of Etihad on the advertising hoarding about cryptocurrency.
Yes, OKX.
I know that Mags would be happy to hear that the cryptocurrencies have taken a massive dive in recent times. They're now worth less than real money, apparently, which will make Mags very happy, hopefully.
Mags is not a big crypto guy.
No, he's no fucking time for NFTs. I think that's what he said once.
At the Etihad,
Henderson.
like a low cross coming in, blocked out by Villa. Villa with a clearance.
Henderson and Jota combined there, and Milner now getting stuck in, and it's now back to Matip, Matip ball is misplaced, but he covers very well to John Matip. Whew.
Pressure being poured on by City here at the Etihad. Oh! Gabriel Jesus was at the far
I've
post.
just flicked over and seen the fans with their heads in their hands.
Yeah, Jesus had a chance far post and just could not connect.
Mane scores!
Oh my God!
Mane scores at Anfield!
Mane scores at Anfield! Oh my God! Oh
Surely
my
it
God!
can't happen. The flag is up. The flag is up.
What does that mean, Matt?
Offside, that would be.
Oh.
VAR will check it, of course. Was it off?
This is a make or break moment.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, he's off.
Oh. Oh.
But the danger is there for City. As the offside flag goes up at City as well.
Yeah. Oh.
They're just hearing that Liverpool have scored and it's been ruled out.
As City fans at the Etihad have all collectively ordered a pair of Depends. It's
They know Liverpool know they can get through Wolves.
yeah. This is a big moment here. The tide's turning. The fans of the Etihad looking very, very grim, very worried. We're going to change gears here just real quickly, folks, over to Turf Moor, where Burnley do need to pick up some results here. And currently they are still down to Newcastle 1-0. So nothing has transpired here at Turf Moor as of yet. Burnley still would be sat in the 18th
Mane Jota,
spot.
corner
For Liverpool.
I think he's going to foul against Jota. Mane is down. It's hard to call things right now because you're not entirely sure what everything's been given for.
City have
We've
a
still
throw
got
in
40
in
minutes to
their
go,
half.
Bill, here.
City have a throw in their half, but it's recovered by Villa. Luca Digne, he's going wide.
He does take Mane's ankles out, but is that a penalty? No, Mane's not asking for one, to be fair.
It looked as
He's
though
given
there was
goal
a
kick as well, not a corner.
It looks as though there was a foul over at the Etihad, but it's been called off by the referee.
Conor Cody, of course, the Wolves captain, of course, is a former Liverpool academy player.
Yes. There had been interest over the years in bringing him back, but nothing's ever come to fruition. I think it's mostly down to him being more of a three-man defense specialist. And
this is it. And Liverpool don't really play with that sort of thing. So he went to the Euros, obviously, and it was good to have him there. But he was never going to be a first choice pick, unfortunately for him, because I think he's a quality player personally. I think he made my team of the year last year, as you know.
Liverpool want a penalty here at Anfield due to a challenge, but the referee does not appear to be giving it. It would have been a penalty.
Over the Etihad. Ollie Watkins. Oh, it's just missed an open goal. Watkins was in. He was on. He started inside his own half. It would have been given. City, you've got to be careful about pushing forward too much.
Mm-hmm. I mean, City have been aggressive. They've liked their chances here, but that's very close. Just wide. Ollie Watkins.
3-1 to Arsenal. It's Cedric Suarez. It's not the. It's obviously academic for Arsenal because Tottenham have got to lose 3-2 now for them to go in, and it's not going to happen. I do not think.
You never know, Matt. That's what the final day is all about.
Substitution Sterling's coming on for Mahrez before the hour mark. Mahrez doesn't even wait. Sterling runs straight on. Mahrez is off on the far side. At a free kick being taken, you never change his team at a free kick. It's always a bad idea. As De Bruyne go in to flick this one in. Keita over Anfield.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a quick stat update here, Matt.
Go okay. That, mate.
So, quick stat update per Google based on the analytics here. Aston Villa is given a 23% chance to win and a 29% chance to draw. So that means that as things stand right now statistically, there's a 52% chance that a 53% chance now that that City will be dropping points here based on Google's reading of this game and the analytics here.
Goal for Leeds United.
That's solid. That's going to be a definitely not the news that Burnley fans want to hear.
It's a penalty as well. He does stop in the middle of his run, which he's not meant to do really, but it's been given and it's 1-0 to Leeds United.
Jurgen Klopp is also looking to bring on Mo Salah. We've just learned Mo Salah will be coming on.
That's not a shocker. It was a case of when, not if.
Things still stand. 1-0 to Aston Villa at the Etihad right now.
Connor Cody's down. He looks like he's in pain at Anfield.
That would be the last thing that Wolves need is another injury to be picked up right now.
I'm wondering. Yeah, he's down. He's holding his neck. I don't know if we'll get a replay of this or not, to be brutally honest. Salah is about to join. Over at the Etihad, it's still 1-0 to Aston Villa. De Bruyne about to take a corner. They're going as fast as they can here. They're trying to be as quick as they can of it. Half hour going for Premier League season still.
Indeed.
And Villa head it out. Leeds fans checking their phones dreadfully to make sure that Burnley are still losing. Salah heads to the touchline to take the field. Who are going to be coming off here, Tanner?
Diogo Jota will be making way.
Jota makes way.
Diogo Jota will be making way.
High fives, Egyptian King, who makes his way onto the pitch. It's 4-1 to Arsenal now.
Arsenal really giving everything they have.
They are giving them a hiding. I did mention
both barrels, if you will.
I did mention earlier that Arsenal would need to hit a Premier League record. Not entirely sure, but that isn't possible, even if Tottenham win. However, though, so they're doing all they can. Arsenal doing all they can. And again, City come forward, and they're almost getting each other's way now. City players. And the passing from Gonzalez goes straight out into someone in the fourth row. And Connor Cody seems like he wants to carry on. Not entirely sure he should if he's had a head injury. Oh, and it's Gabriel for centre half, and he's volleyed at home like a centre forward. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. It wasn't going to take their time, of course. Still Man City 0, Aston Villa 1 over at the Etihad.
Yeah, it looks like Pep was trying to make some tactical remarks, perhaps, to his staff there. Villa looked hunting City right now as the ball is in City's half.
Villa doing down, releases Diaz. Diaz crossing it for Salah, it's volleyed out. Literally anywhere will do from right now as Canate finds Milner.
Oh, and it's a goal over at Turf Moor. Newcastle United. Callum Wilson has slotted home another goal. That could be it for Burnley here, Matt.
It does look like that is its time has run out, unfortunately, for Burnley. Obviously, I'm quite fond of Burnley.
Yeah,
I did say they were going to stay up. I've been saying it all season, and it seems like the switch for Dyche out was not soon enough, unfortunately.
and it's a clearance here by Villa from a free kick for Manchester City. So it looks like there will be a corner for Manchester City coming up immediately. And it's cleared away by Villa. Again, as the result stands, City will still be crowned champions, but if Liverpool are to score and City do not have a response, then Liverpool will be crowned champions.
Thiago looks not happy on the bench.
No, I think the injury must have been fairly minor, but Klopp taking no risks and knowing what's at stake next week.
30 minutes to play in the Premier League season. And right now, the top two are separated by goal difference. As things stand, Man City will win the championship on goal difference.
But again, this is a very, very close, Matt. We can't
so
stress
close.
this enough.
Indeed. And Wolves had a chance there to get forward, but goes out for a goal kick to Liverpool. 30 minutes to play at Anfield. Over at the Etihad, it is 30 minutes to play as well. And to be fair, Villa being very professional, they're not taking risks. They're being sensible with their passing for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3-0 to Tottenham now at Norwich.
There is, it looked like there was a possibility for a penalty there for Villa, but it was not to be. Close calls here.
Close calls everywhere, it seems, yes. Oh, you could cut the tension of a cricket stump.
City still working with the ball, but they're being very patient about it. Liverpool, again, Liverpool need a goal from somewhere in order to have a chance at the title
Graham
here.
from Good Cop Bad Cop saying JTB notes done, so you can listen in now. Absolutely, welcome back, sir. Unfortunately, so as just the stats on the bottom of the screen, we're bringing up to speed for you now, Graham, since you were away for a moment. Arsenal 4, Everton 1, Brentford 0, Leeds United 1, Brighton Hove Albion 1, West Ham 1, Burnley 0, Newcastle United 2, Chelsea 1, Watford 0, Crystal Palace 1, Man United 0, Leicester 1, Southampton 0, Liverpool 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Man City still 0, Aston Villa 1, and Norwich 3-0 down to Tottenham. As things stand, Burnley are going down, but that can all change if Brentford change things around at their game.
Trent finds Keita. Naby crosses over. He's trying to find Robertson at the other side of the pitch. Finally does, but Robbo has to put the ball
Here
all the way
comes
back to
Brentford, in
Allison.
fact. And picks out a lead defender, unfortunately. Brentford with a lovely little bit of tiki-taka almost. John Ruddy looks like he's being kept fairly busy already from the look of things. Yeah, Trent Alexander had a shot at goal, and then Salah puts it over the bar. Alexander from range, and it was saved well by John Ruddy, but it fell into the path of Mo Salah, but he just put it into the cup. Leeds fans are hoping that if their team can hold on, because it's in their hands right now with Burnley losing. All we need to do is not concede two. As Villa now, Coutinho and Watkins cross the ball towards Coutinho, but it's a chip. It's sliced wide, and Zinchenko hits it back to Edison.
Over at the Etihad, we do have a player who was down momentarily. I couldn't tell who it was, but they are back up onto their feet. Potential threat at goal cut out by Villa here. It does find Phil Coutinho, who's marching up the field. Over to Watkins now. Watkins looking to try and spread the ball out. He was looking for Coutinho, but the cross was very wayward. Watkins not having the greatest of games. But at Anfield, Trent had a shot on goal blocked by John Ruddy. I think maybe you covered that, Matt, already.
I did, but yes,
sure.
that's the problem, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Keita was cleared up by Wolves again, unfortunately. The Wolves, when they get players, they put everyone down behind the ball. Salah's defending from the front.
What's your timestamp over at Anfield, Matt?
65-41.
65-41? Jeez, you're a whole minute ahead of me.
I will try not to do spoilers.
No, it's fine. I'm going to try and refresh it real quick. Yeah, I'm only at 64-50. I'm only at 65
Over
minutes.
at Griffin Park, Brentford have a corner.
Yep. Thanks, NBC.
It's deep, very deep, and it's cleared by Leeds.
Again, back at the Etihad, City patiently working the ball here in Villa's half. It finds Rodri. Rodri goes down outside the penalty box, and it looks like the referee's going to give it. He's going to give a free kick, it seems, here to Manchester City. And it's again, Rodri. He does go down. There's contact there by Phil Coutinho. But it does seem to be a bit
He was never the best tackler of the ball.
No, he's not. It does seem that Rodri does go down a bit easy, like he felt the contact coming there.
I'll let you watch the free kick, and I'm going to keep eye on Anfield.
Okay, go for it, Matt. Free kick here for City. This is a vital moment here for them.
Be De Bruyne, no doubt.
De Bruyne is the one standing over the ball. Also there appears to be Bernardo.
Your favorite man in the whole Premier League.
I know. De Bruyne with a shot. It goes
Keita,
over.
Salah in. Salah throw. Last minute tackle by Wolverhampton Wanderers. That was a fantastic tackle. Keita's ball was perfectly measured and completely sent the defender the wrong way. And the tackle, you're thinking like laying a plate for Diaz, but he didn't.
Bernardo goes off for Gundogan over at the Etihad here.
Who's going to come on for?
Bernardo Silva.
There is more news. to bring you from the Etihad. It's now Man City
It's
nil.
Phil Coutinho! Phil Coutinho! Phil Coutinho!
Manchester City need to score 3 times in 20 minutes to guarantee themselves the title. But as things stand, they're still going to be champions.
But I get that, Matt. I do get that. But this is a major moment.
It's a great take by Coutinho, and it's in at the near post. It's a brilliant goal by Coutinho. And how Edison's being at the near post, he's furious with that one, sure.
Liverpool are handed a massive lifeline here, and you can feel it in Anfield. The fans are checking now. They know what's going on.
Goal at Burnley. Goal at Burnley. Cornet has pulled one back.
Yeah, Cornet has pulled one. Burnley have been handed a lifeline here. And it looks like it may have been. I can't tell who the goal came from yet.
It's Cornet.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but Leicester have scored again, so it's now 2-0 for Leicester. BR looking at a potential handball at Anfield. Let me go in. Graham the chat saying, could Coutinho score about 4 more and then a draw is enough? Right? Yes, it would be. It would be. If they lose 5-0, it would be enough, Graham.
I mean, Robert Lewandowski has scored 5 goals in a game before, and one's just like this.
Naby Keita's coming off from look of it. Keita's off. Firmino is on for Liverpool.
Klopp's going to turn the screw here. But is it going to be enough?
20 minutes for Liverpool to find 1 goal to become champions.
Just 1 goal.
20 minutes to find a goal. Alexander-Arnold. It's deep. Ruddy flaps at it. No one near it. Wolves are putting it forward. It's 3-on-2 in favour. Oh no, there's more Liverpool players back like that. Never mind.
There is Trent with a shot at Anfield, but it's going out for a corner.
Liverpool clear it out.
Well, I guess you've already seen that, Matt.
Yes, I'm in the 70th minute now, so yes.
Oh, okay.
We need to focus on one game only, mate, really. It's still Brentford 0, Leeds 1. Leeds Nova, if as things stand, they're fine still because they're bettering Burnley's result.
Matt, I'm going to leave you for just a moment, okay?
Okay, you're brave. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to be focusing mainly on the Liverpool game, guys, here, as it looks like Wolves seem to have won themselves a corner. It's all very tense here at Anfield. Liverpool know that they're Liverpool defending a corner. 1-1. Neves is on at Wolves. And Alisson's bowl out over the arm. And it's it was a terrible ball across the middle. Liverpool can see a free kick in the 70th, almost on halfway. You back, Tanner?
I'm back.
Excellent.
I heard Coutinho's gone off.
Graham said Coutinho's has gone off over at Villa. Absolutely, thank you, Graham, for that. Indeed, the Liverpool Alisson bowled out, but the ball across to the middle was unfortunately very, very poor. As I say, it's still 18 minutes plus stoppage time for Liverpool to get themselves something here. It is now 5-0 at Norwich to Tottenham. I'd missed the 4th.
Alisson with an amazing throw here.
Yeah, you're unfortunately about a minute and a half behind now, Tan.
Oh, jeez. So you're gonna know what happens well before I do. This is heartbreaking, Matt.
One of us needs to watch Liverpool. One of us needs to keep an eye on City.
I'll watch City here.
You watch City. I'll watch Liverpool. I can watch City if you want me to.
No, it's okay. I can watch both, but I'm just so nervous, Matt. I'm just so nervous. I know we're trying to stay professional here.
Impartial. Thing is, as things stand, Heung-min Son is also the Golden Boot winner this year. He scored 2 today, so he's now ahead of Mo Salah now. And it is like a training match almost at Norwich. I'm watching the goal now, and oh my goodness! Oh, that's a god of a day contender. So curling over from 25 yards into the top corner. It's stunning from Son. Southampton have scored a penalty and make it back to 2-1. Graham says, if results hold, will FSG celebrate not having to pay Jota bonus? They shouldn't, Graham, in my personal opinion. But could happen, of course. But myself with that, we're trying to remain as impartial as we can here, but we obviously are Liverpool fans. And what we're in here? Jimenez lays across the box, there's no one there for it. And it goes for Liverpool through. Oh my word, that was so close.
Oh. Villa recover the ball over at the Etihad in their own half, but it only makes it as far as Joao Cancelo.
Mane's deep here. The red arrows start to flood forward again. Henderson out to Robertson. Diaz.
City have scored over at the Etihad. It's Gundogan.
Okay, but that's one of the 3 they need. They've got to score twice more. They've got to score twice more still. But they're more than capable of doing that, of course.
Mm-hmm. City are wasting no time to get the ball back to the touch line there.
Indeed. And also, Leicester have made it 3-1 in their game. Their goals are flying in left, right, and centre here. I'm trying to keep my breath here.
This is a very difficult moment here. Liverpool marching down the field here on my screen, but again, I'm about a minute behind Matt. So Matt is seeing things
Wolves are defending for all their worth and waiting as much time as possible. Sometimes the Wolves players are pulling. The Wolves player has just pulled his mate onto the pitch to waste more time. Graham is asking if Origi is available. Unfortunately, he's injured, Graham. So he's not available for his last Anfield appearance. He also wouldn't be able to because Liverpool have used all 3 subs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they brought on Milner. They brought on Firmino and Salah. 15 minutes ago, Liverpool fans can't seem to contain themselves. I can't contain myself, and yet I've got to. It's so tense here. 14 minutes to play in the Premier League, and it comes down to if Liverpool can score a goal. No team has scored more goals in the last 20 minutes of Premier League matches this season than Liverpool. But have they got one more in them?
They're going to need it. They are going to need it here.
It's 2-2 at the Etihad.
It is 2-2 at the Etihad. City have tied it up just now.
Salah.
It's stunning.
Salah with the goal and saved by Ruddy.
Yeah, the goal is from Rodri. It was a grass cutter across there. So City are currently they have come back.
Indeed, it's madness, absolute madness. There's more madness though because Brighton have just took the lead against West Ham and Brentford have equalised against Leeds.
Word making it around to Anfield that City have equalized here, it seems.
Yes.
Very tense moment. Now, this does mean that City City would need, I mean, ideally, City should want to score one more goal to put it out of, just directly out of drawing of touching distance here. But Liverpool, with this current result, Liverpool could still win the Premier League with one goal.
Indeed. If Brentford score, though, Burnley will stay up. Henderson, Mane, Salah. Salah hit a wall of gold. And Matic on his own against three attackers. Then Nongba's push wide. Saved by Aston. 10 to play at Anfield. 10 to play at the Etihad. 10 to play everywhere right now. This is more chaotic than I imagined it could be. Henderson, Diaz. Firmino. Diaz will retrieve it. Everyone apart from Jimenez is back. Milner, Robertson. Would Alisson go forward in the late corner, perhaps? Who knows?
we saw, he's got it in his locker. He's got it in his locker. We saw it last year.
Indeed. Henderson to Matip. Liverpool fans, every time the ball goes forward, Liverpool fans try to rouse them forward a little bit more. It's 5-1 Arsenal at this moment. Everything have gone down with the cells completely destroyed. There's been a fifth goal at the Etihad. City have scored a third. You're on mute, Tanner.
It's Ilkay Gundogan scoring that third goal. So this would put City
clear.
3 points.
Now, what Liverpool does now, Liverpool cannot be champions unless Villa score again.
Yeah. So Villa would need to score and Liverpool would need to score in order for Liverpool to be crowned champions today.
That is the case.
Otherwise, City will be your Premier League champions for the season.
Indeed. It's been a hell of a season, Tanner. And to be fair, going into it, we knew it was unlikely, but there was that hope for a bit of time.
But Matt, on the other side, like I said, there's still 10 minutes left to play. Anything can happen at this point.
Indeed. Brentford are down to 10 men, though. Counts have been sent off.
Mm-hmm. Doors are shutting, but there is time.
Trying to keep on top of all the goals that have gone in. I'm doing my best, guys.
Let's see here. Let's go over to Turf Moor real quick. It's still 2-1 to Newcastle right now.
And all Burnley need to do is equalise and as things stand, they're safe.
Mm-hmm.
Watford just equalised against Chelsea.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
Diaz went for goal, deflected behind for a corner. He punches the turf. He's furious. Sorry from Jamie Racing in the chat saying Milan are 3 up in the first half. They're going to be champions. Forza Milan. Indeed. Well done to Milan.
Yeah, Milan with their first title in over 10 years, I believe. It's
I think that's correct, yes.
Incredible story AC Milan has been with their rebuild. It's just that's an incredible moment for Milan.
It seems sort of fitting away, Tanner, doesn't it? Liverpool scored! Mo Salah has just scored!
Salah. Mo Salah has scored. There's it's Mo Salah.
Pressure is placed on City now.
So, and that word is going to catch around to City very quickly. Villa is still not out of this game. Villa is very much still fighting for everything they've got here right now. So, again, Matt, with less than 10 minutes remaining.
Well, I think it's 5 o'clock at the Etihad, and that's what matters right now. Let's not forget, of course, 10 years ago this year, the Aguero goal went in to make it 3-2 for them win. Man City, they've just got Man City just to play keep ball. Just play keep ball, Man City. That's what you got to do. Yeah,
I mean that's certainly what they're going to try for. But at the same time, Villa.
Villa had a cross in. It was cleared out, but Villa are snapping like little pit bulls here.
Yeah,
Villa aren't going down here.
No, Villa. I mean, Liverpool only need Villa to score a goal here. That's what they need. And it's possible. They've scored twice already. Villa are not going to go down without a fight here, it seems, and they're already on the counter. Coutinho cross does not make it in to a connection there for Villa. Foul given for City.
There's hugging going around at Anfield. They've done all they can do. They've still got 5 minutes to play, but they're just saying like we've done what we can, sort of thing. They're happy. Liverpool fans are happy. They know what they've done. What they can do, sort of thing. At the Etihad, they are singing "We shall not be moved." It's a little early to be shouting that. You've still got 4 minutes to go, guys.
That's what I'm saying.
What happens if they get an inverted Aguero moment this year? Over at Anfield, Robertson has the ball in the left wing. Barkley has just scored for Chelsea. The forgotten man, make it 2-1. So Watford don't like getting that unlikely draw against Chelsea. And is that another goal I'm seeing for Arsenal? Or am I misreading that?
Let's see. I still have Arsenal as 5-1.
I have Arsenal as 5-1 still. Yes, so I saw a highlight game. Maybe it's the latest goal because they were talking because the feed I was watching for highlights is also talking about was also talking at length about the mad 5 minutes that the Etihad.
Yeah, there's only 5 minutes remaining here at the Etihad, or less than 5 minutes remaining here. We're gonna definitely get some extra time, it seems.
Yes.
Right now, Jesus on the ball.
The question is, can Burnley find an equaliser against Newcastle at Turf Moor? What's happening over there, Tanner?
Over at Turf Moor, we're looking at still, 2-1 to Newcastle right now, but Burnley are on the ball.
Actually, I'm coming for Buendia over for Villa. Strange move.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. You just never know.
You do never know. If Brentford score again, then that puts Leeds down.
Yes.
Oh, and Leeds have a chance to wrap it up. And they put it behind the goal. I've just seen Phil Foden cross the ball into an empty box.
Yes.
Is that going to cost them as they win a free kick later on?
I mean, you never know.
You think not, but you never know.
I'm currently at 88 minutes and change here at the Etihad. 88 minutes, 20 seconds now. City with the ball. I think that's what you're what you're referring to. Phil Foden
Yeah,
trying to
you're at
cross in, finds
88-26.
nobody.
I'm at 88-14 over at Anfield. So I'll stick with Anfield. You stick with Etihad.
Mm-hmm. There's a free kick to City. Kevin De Bruyne.
It's 3 for Liverpool.
3-1 for Liverpool.
Robertson has made it 3-1.
Again, this means that if Villa scores one more to equalize, then
Right now, as they say, that the trophy is in the helicopter. Is it going to the Etihad or is it going to Anfield?
There's only one way to know.
If the scenes if Villa score.
City just trying to play.
Corner, surely.
City doing exactly as you were saying, Matt. Here they're trying to play keep away, but Villa find a throw in here. We should know shortly how much stoppage time is being added on at the Etihad.
My math is correct, Tanner, as well. That's 99 goals for the Premier League season for Manchester City.
That is, I believe that is correct. Phil Foden, again, he's just playing keep away with Gabriel Jesus. And Jesus kicks it away. It looks like it's going to be a goal kick for Villa, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we have 4 minutes of stoppage time here at the Etihad.
Brighton have gone 3-1 up against West Ham. The West Ham are consigned to the European competition, but are not consigned to the one they wanted. So Brighton, with a great recovery win against West Ham, seems to be sealed up. Danny Welbeck making it 3-1.
Phil Foden with some time wasting here, it seems. Not that anybody's surprised.
Not particularly, unfortunately. And City fans will be hoping he takes as long as he can.
Mm-hmm. Ederson also on the ground, stretching, time wasting. I hope the referee is making note of all of this.
Indeed, let's hope so. It's full time at Norwich. Norwich 0, Tottenham Hotspur 5. Leicester have made it 4-1 against Southampton as well.
It looks like the whole physio department has come onto the field at the Etihad, tending to all their players who seemingly have now fallen injured. Again, the referee. I mean, we're looking at out of the 2 minutes of the 4 minutes that have been added on for stoppage time. We're almost at 2 full minutes now of that being eaten up just by players being on the ground injured. So again, technically this match should play out to the 96-minute mark if we're being truthful here.
Indeed. The thing is, will City just go for the corner or will they try and get a fourth?
I mean, anything's possible.
Remind of the days when Ginola tried to play a worldie back in for the 94 World Cup. Missed it and it went off, and they ended up not going to the World Cup. Full time, Brighton 3, West Ham 1. That is concluded. That means now, of course, West Ham United have qualified for Europa Conference League, and Manchester United have qualified for the Europa League. And of course, that means also, of course, Tottenham have qualified for the Champions League, and Arsenal have qualified for the Europa League. They are done deals.
City trying to play this very smartly here.
Blame them at all for that.
Literally just playing keep away at the corner flag.
Leeds do all they can here. Against 10-man Brentford, Burnley are still playing against Newcastle. It is still 2-1 in favour of Newcastle. Leeds trying to wrap it up just in case. And they have! Harrison with goal from 35 yards out. And the bottom corner has just won it for Leeds United.
Man, dramatics here at the last moment. Villa with a giant throw in here, trying to find anybody. Villa hoofing the ball up to about midfield now. Villa trying to find anything here, but it's going to have to come from deep down. And again, the last dying moments of the game here at the Etihad is just scraps at the corner.
It's over at the Etihad.
Which is surprising. Again, the referee not really not giving much added time on, considering the City players going down at the end.
There's a pitch invasion here.
Yeah, it's awfully. This is an awfully jaded kind of ending for me. But respect to Manchester City. They've won a title. One of the more hard-fought titles that you'll see. Won. Commiserations to Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool played their hearts out.
Liverpool gave it their best for sure. Yep. And Leeds, as they have guaranteed themselves, unless anything massively changes in the last few moments. Is there anything what's happening over at Burnley, Mags? We're keen to know what's happening.
Over at Burnley, it's full time here. Burnley
it's
won.
Full time at Leeds.
Newcastle
it's full time at Brentford.
2. Yeah, Burnley will be going down.
Leeds United will be safe unless Burnley can score 2 goals.
But it's full time at Turf Moor, Matt. Burnley will be relegated.
That is
yeah.
Unfortunate turn of events if you are a Burnley fan. So, Burnley have gone down, unfortunately. Jesse Marsh appointed, obviously, late on in the season, saved Leeds United. And of course, that means, therefore, that Leeds will play in the Premier League next season.
Pep Guardiola is in tears at the Etihad. You have to know how much he put in to this season and how much it would have meant to him. He's he's kind of thrust upon himself that that nobody wanted to see him win the title in a very unusual way. It's very, very, very happy for City fans. Obviously, this is a joyous occasion for them. They have won a very hard fought Premier League race here today.
Indeed, at the Etihad, the entire of the stands have emptied. You can't see the pitch at all, and the City players are not happy because security have pulled them all away. There's literally a ring of security around the touchline area, and that's not going down well for City players at all. De Bruyne was almost being frog marched like he was taken to the gulag by the security at one point. Man City had a scare, but they got the job done. Manchester City are your Premier League champions 2021-2022. But my word, did they have to fight for it?
Yeah, absolutely. This was a day full of dramatics here, Matt, and it literally went to the dying moments here. Again, congratulations to City, commiserations to Liverpool for, they came so close. It just was not Liverpool's to be here this year. Again,
the quad
separated by 1 point.
Indeed. The dream of a quad is dead. But Liverpool always... Klopp said it's an impossible dream, and it was unlikely that we were going to see Liverpool raise the quad.
Yeah,
but Liverpool still have one more to go for next week.
And just a quick editorial note on that, too. I mean, there's obviously going to be a lot of people disappointed, right? The thing is, can you really be disappointed with the possibility of a treble? Like, can you
Of course
most
not.
years
Even a
that would be
double is great.
even a double is great. But I mean, if Liverpool go to Paris, and pull out all the stops and whatever it may be, yeah, still a treble possibility is within reach for Liverpool, and there's still a lot to play for. Their season's not over. Um, City has the same kind of opportunities, but we're stopped on two different fronts. This is City's chance to celebrate their victory here tonight. Um, you know, four titles in 5 years is an amazing feat. It will obviously come under certain scrutiny because of
They might be in a bit of trouble here at Man City. I'm looking at some of the scenes here, and there are players sitting on the goalposts. That given what's happening,
fans sitting on the goalposts.
Yeah, and they're bend. It's bending.
Yeah,
it's bending badly. Not Man City can't afford to replace them, but the fact of the matter is that in this past week, a lot has been said about pitch invasions.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot more fans trying to climb up onto the same goalpost, and laws of physics said eventually that's going to give way, and it has given way now.
Yeah, there's a kid on top of.
There are children on there who have just fallen, and that is not good. If someone could get seriously hurt here, and there have been talks about, and they're still trying to climb onto the broken netting, and I'm like, someone's gonna get seriously hurt here, seriously hurt.
Mm.
And there is a sign saying, "Please leave the pitch immediately." They're not going to take any notice of that because they've got to display. They've got to award the trophy. They can't do that if people on the pitch, and no one's leaving the pitch. And they didn't think about this, did they?
Mm.
They should have had a proper security force running outside because they think they can afford it. Yeah, they've now got broken equipment around the grounds. And there are people who have undoubtedly fallen. We're seeing Noel Gallagher in the stand as well. To look back at anger and all that crap. But this is, I'm slightly concerned for the fans that may have fallen from the broken crossbar there.
Mm.
But at the same time, what were they expecting? And the security actually isn't going out there at all to try and stop them. The security is literally just guarding the way to a tunnel. They're not actually worried about anyone on the pitch at all. This is quite concerning scene, to be fair.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, with what you had made note of earlier as well, and we saw this similar kind of scenes, particularly at Goodison Park.
We did. We saw a fan and Patrick Vieira have an altercation.
Yeah, apparently that fan's actually been arrested. Is what I hear. Is that really Noel Gallagher?
That was Noel Gallagher, yes.
That's not Johnny Marr or anybody. I think
it's Noel Gallagher.
That's he looks awfully sick.
Well, he's Noel Gallagher.
But I think that I mean, what is to be made of pitch invasions like this when or like at Goodison Park when there's violence or destruction of property? I mean, should there be repercussions for these kind of things?
Well, I'm not in a position to say what should and what shouldn't be. There is a vast majority of people who are in their seats, but
well, and it should be said if Liverpool had won at Anfield, I'm certain there'd probably be something similar happening there too as well. Just for contextual purposes here.
Possibly, but at the same time, I feel maybe also not quite so much because there is a certain amount of stuff with Hillsborough, of course.
Yeah, that is true.
And at the same time, I mean, that looks dangerous. How that end of the ground looks right now. That looks dangerous. I'll be honest.
Mm.
looks like they're the first A team trying to make its way across to it, but yeah, if anything happens, that we will update you on our Twitter feed, guys. But that's pretty much it from us here, Tanner, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, that's about it, man. Manchester City, your 2021-2022 Premier League champions. Again, hats off to them. I mean, it's been made a thrilling title race here. And
Indeed.
of course, commiserations to Burnley. They've gone down. I think Mag said at the beginning of the season that it felt like a long time coming, and it's just about been confirmed. I think the last straw being Sean Dyche's sacking. But yeah, that's about it. We'll join y'all again this time next week for the finals, the Champions League finals. Liverpool playing Real Madrid in Paris. Shout out again to our partners over at Trip Surfer Vacations for all you do. Again, if you're looking for your next beach destination vacation, hit up tripsurfervacations.com. The link is in the description below here on YouTube. Matt, where can the people find more of you and your content?
You can find me at Matt.UK, and you can find me on the watch logs here on Techers. You can find me also on the volume that returns in the new season. You can also find me on Visual Media with an array of talented podcasting co-hosts on things like Game Junkies, Dungeons Junkies, and of course, Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And yourself, sir.
Oh, yes. You can find me on Twitter at TexasGentleman_ if you want to follow my personal account, or you can simply follow all of us here on Radio Techers at Radio Techers. That's RadioTekkers. Yeah, definitely
Indeed.
Check us out.
And don't forget, of course, to follow our brethren Mags at Podfar Mags on TikTok as well at Mags All Pods. This episode of Techers Today was dedicated to Podfather himself. We can't wait to have you back, sir. And also in memory of Andrew Harris. On behalf of us all here at Radio Techers, it's been a hell of a season. We're out of here.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe. We'll see you again next week. Champions League Finals.